Hello everyone, I am MS-GIL, and today I'm going to teach you how to install Microsoft codename Nashville, which if you don't know what that is, it was going to be Windows 96, which is kind of what I don't know. But it became the Microsoft Plus for Windows 95. So that's why it's pretty much just Windows 95 with some glossy things on it. So first you're going to want to open Virtualbox or download it if you got to do that. And also download the files. I will have MS-DOS 6.22 floppies for download. Then I'll have Windows 95 ISO for download. And then I will have the Nashville ISO to download. And also I will have a key for Windows 95 because you have to have that for the tutorial or for the installation. So this tutorial gets a little bit convoluted. So let's begin. So we go with new, then we type in whatever you want. So I'm going to type in Windows Nashville. Alright, I'm going to set it for Windows 95. Click next. I'm going to bump mine up to 128. You don't want to go any more than this because I was working with it earlier and I had 512 megabytes on there and I kept crashing. I couldn't figure out why until I realized that it was the RAM that was screwing it up. So go ahead and click next. Create a virtual hard disk. Click next. I'm going to choose fixed size. You can choose dynamically allocated. Click next. I'm going to put mine up to 3. You can put it at whatever. I'm going to click create and it will create this thing real quick and I will be right back. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to go up to settings, and once that loads sometime this year, I'm going to go to system. No, storage. I'm going to go to storage. Click on the empty floppy disk thing here and choose disk 1 of setup, which will be in the MS-DOS floppy disks folder, which will be either a 7-zip or just a .zip folder. But you need 7-zip to undo all the 7-zip packing that I'm doing. No passwords, so that'll be good, I guess. So go ahead and click enter, enter. It'll restart here. I'm going to put this at full screen. So now it's just going to format drive C real quick, which I feel like it goes the exact same speed of formatting no matter how big the disk is, because I've done this with a 10 gigabyte disk. It goes the exact same speed, so maybe if you get down to like 500 megabytes it'll go faster. So I'm going to click enter because they're all correct. I'm going to click enter again. So now it's going to do the install. Switch to disk 2, wherever it's at for you. And then disk 3. Click enter. Now you'll click enter. And enter again. Oh, forgot to remove the floppy disk. Now click enter again. Now it's going to start up MS-DOS real quick. And then you're going to go to the floppy disk again. And you're going to click CD-ROM to IMG, which will be included in there. And then you click A, just like in my Windows ME video. And then setup .bat. Now it's done, so I'm going to remove the floppy disk. You can either click reset in the corner, or I like to press Control Delete on my keyboard, or you can go up to Input and insert Control Alt Delete. So now it's just going to finish up all this. So now I'm going to go down to my disk drive here and click find my Windows 95 ISO. So I'm going to go Windows 95. I'm not going to do Windows 95 OSR 2.5. I'm just going to do the normal Windows 95. So I'm going to click D with the colon and then setup. Click enter. Now click enter again. Now it's going to run the Windows 95 setup, which is really straightforward. So I'm going to continue. This will be a longer tutorial, I can tell already, because we're only at step 2 of this whole thing. So click yes. We'll move through it though. We'll get it done. So now it's gonna click, it's gonna do the information about the computer. Go ahead and click next. Next again. Now it's gonna check for installed components. Available disk space. I'm just gonna choose typical at the moment. And then I will type in the product key and be right back. Alright, so now that that's typed in, and you're going to type in your name. I'm just going to type in MS-GIL. I'm going to leave the company empty. So now it's going to analyze the computer. Go ahead and click network adapter, sound, and MIDI/video capture card. So now it's just going to analyze the computer real quick, which luckily Windows 95 installs pretty quickly, so it's just going to do this real quick. Yeah, I grew up with Windows 95. It was the first computer I had ever used, the first operating system. And I used it for a long time as a kid. Then I ended up switching to Windows 98, which is actually kind of a funny story because one day I had the computer up in my room and I come home from school and it looked the exact same, and then I realized about a day later that it said 98, but it looked the exact same on the home screen and stuff. It wasn't until probably about a month or so after that that I realized that it was a completely different operating system. I was a weird kid, but hey, I was about 5, so I guess there's that. Then I upgraded to Windows XP when I got a little bit older, which actually is probably my favorite. It is my favorite operating system of all time. If you go and watch my top 10 countdown. I'm going to pause this here rather than just ramble for the next few minutes, so I'll be right back. Alright, now that that's done, this will appear. I'm not going to choose any of them because I think they're unnecessary at the moment. So it's now going to do the Windows components. I'm just going to click next because we don't need that at the moment, so we don't need a startup disk. I'm going to click next. It's going to copy all the files, which I rather enjoy all these screens. And like that logo. Good logo. And this will go really quickly, so I'll just pause it here anyway. Alright, so now that that's done, it's going to want to restart the computer. I'm going to remove the Windows 95 ISO. I'm going to click Finish. I'm going to click OK. Now I'll restart real quick. As you can see, it's going to start Windows 95. We will put the ISO back in here in a second, but for now, it's going to do the getting ready to run Windows 95 for the first time. Oh, and also, big thing, turn off any hardware acceleration in Virtualbox. And you do that under Settings. You go Settings, and that should be under System. Yeah, acceleration. I don't have mine enabled anyway, but make sure it's off. So it's going to want to have a work group name. I'm just going to click Enter. I'm just going to call mine MS-GIL. No, not Z. PC. Work group could just be called Work Group. Alright, now close. So see now, once the Windows 95 CD-ROM again, which is just your ISO, go ahead and insert that again. I click Enter. It's going to install, plug-and-play devices and drivers and whatnot, which actually shouldn't take too long, but I'm still going to pause it here. Okay, that actually went a lot faster than I thought. So now it's just going to do, control panel, all the stuff that's outlines over here, start menu and whatnot. Which I actually like the Windows 95 start menu. It's one of my favorite start menus there is, probably because it's the original. So I'm going to turn off automatically just for daylight savings. Everything else is correct for me. Go ahead and choose whichever time zone you are in. It's just there. I'm not going to set up a printer, so go ahead and click cancel. So now I'm going to remove the Windows 95 ISO and then click OK by pressing enter. It'll restart the computer. And we get the beautiful splash screen of Windows 95, which I have always enjoyed. That was that screen that I saw the 98 and I'm like, oh, look, an upgrade. I wonder what that means. I just got 3 more numbers. I don't know what that means. But 'twas the days of being a kid. So now I'm going to type in, whatever username I want. Type that, click enter. I'm not going to put a password, but you can. You can click enter again. Will we get the beautiful music here? I think we might. did. And I actually found out here recently that that song was actually crafted on a Macintosh. So I'm going to click close. Now I'm going to do something real quick, which you may see in another tutorial of mine. I'm going to install the 256 color / 32-bit color drivers. I'm just going to insert it, click properties, go ahead and go to settings. I can include this if everybody wants it, I suppose. Yeah, I'll include this in the description. So I'm going to click have disk, browse. Might as well just be on the A drive, VB9X, UNI, which I don't understand. I've been hearing a lot of things about rambios.not, which I do not understand what that is. It's not in any of these files. I've looked through them multiple times, but I suppose I could just apply with the original folder and see, if you can see anything in it. So I'm going to click OK. So I'm just going to copy the files, click close. I'm going to put this up to true color and then make the screen a little bit bigger. Click apply. Don't want to specify monitor. Okay, restart the computer. I'm going to remove the floppy disk out of there. So Windows is now restarting. Sometimes it hangs up, which can be easily fixed by inputting Control Delete or just clicking reset. But as you can see, it's loading here, so I will be right back when it comes back. Oh, never mind. I suppose I'll stay here because it's coming back. As you can see, it's much bigger now. Much better. I'm still going to pause it, not to waste too much of your time. So it did get hung up there. I just went up and clicked, reset, but that's alright. I'm going to put in normal, boot. So now we got the Windows 95 screen again. And it's just going to load real quick. There we go. Now we're getting things. See, now it's a little bit better color, I think. I think it installed. Properties, settings. No, it screwed up. No, it didn't. I just had to fix this. Okay, here we go again. See, this thing could have problems. You click yes. I'll be right back once it comes back. Well, Windows 95 just doesn't like me, so that's fine. It's not the only thing that doesn't like me. Oh well. So now, I'm going to insert the Nashville ISO. And we'll go to my computer, click on the disk drive, and then click setup. Then we click continue. Which is just going to do a routine check and guide you through the setup process. It does say Windows 95 setup, but that's because it never really became much. It actually doesn't say Nashville anywhere, but on the ISO, but that's fine. And go ahead and click next, next again. It's going to check for installed components just like the other setup did. Boy, this is going to be a long video. Oh well. So now it's going to check for available disk space. I'm going to click no on save system files because it's not like it really matters. Now you can go in and customize, whatever you want. Click next. Click yes. Check mark this box. Click next. So now it's going to analyze the computer again, which I might just pause the video for. So I'll be right back. Alright, now that that's done, it'll look a lot like the past setup. Go ahead and click next. I'm going to, select all of these, and then this is interesting, which will add the Microsoft Exchange. Microsoft Athena, I don't know if that ever became anything, and I'm going to choose all the multimedia options. But yeah, Microsoft Athena, I don't know if that ever became anything, but it's in this. So now it's going to show all the stuff that I have. I'm going to add the TCP/IP protocol through Microsoft. Click OK. There we go. Then I'm going to click next. This looks fine. I click next. Don't want a startup disk. Click next. Now it's going to copy all the files. And you can upgrade through Windows 3.1 also, I think, which is I think how I did it originally, um yeah. So I will be right back once this is done loading, which you can see the bar is different. Alright, so now that that's done, it will say preparing to restart the computer, and I will remove the ISO. If you do not do that, it will screw up a lot of things. So go ahead and click finish. Click OK after you've removed all floppies and ISOs and all sorts of other stuff. Pretty much anything that is removable hardware. So now it's going to say getting ready to run Windows 95 for the first time. I assure you this is Windows Nashville. I will show you some of the interesting things that appear in it. So now it's going to ask for that. It's the same as last time, so go ahead and click OK or press enter. It's going to look for the plug and play devices again. And that could actually take a while. I'll be right back. Never mind. I lied. I won't be right back. Alright, so now it's going to do the control panel again. All of these things, start menu and whatnot. This is the part where you just kind of watch it do its thing. Windows help, everything. So it's the same thing as last time. It should still be set from last time. Just go ahead and click close. I do the Microsoft Exchange, which I honestly don't care about, but because let's just say 90s email is kind of dead. We're into Gmail times. Go ahead and click yes, cancel, and yes. Alright, so now it's going to restart the system again. So I just keep the ISO out. It's just going to restart the computer. And once again we have this Windows 95 splash screen, which later became the one with the plus logo on it, which is actually kind of a fun logo, but which I have Microsoft Plus for Windows 95 installed on one of my other things, on one of my other virtual machines. If you guys want to see that installed, I can easily do that. Supply an ISO and stuff. So go ahead and click OK or press enter. We're going to hear that sound again after it finalizes settings. Oh wait, I guess not, because it glitches initially. Go ahead and click close. We will have sound, but I'm going to try and install the color again. So I'm going to click here, properties, and as you can see there's animations. This all turns blue when you hover over it, so do these. So I'm going to click change display type, change. I'm going to click have disk. I'm going to try and install this again. Oh, whoops. Screwed that up. VVE9X, UNI, vbemp.inf. Click OK. Click OK. Click OK. What the? Okay. Okay, now it's screwing something up. I'm going to click apply and see what happens. Okay, so now it's doing this. True color. I'm going to do this again. No. Yeah, I'll restart. Ooh, it's warm in here. It's good 90 plus degrees outside. Probably about 99. Nope, forgot to pull out the disk. Hang on. Now click any key. I'll restart the computer. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing we haven't seen before. And this is back before gradients, so that was what they had. Alright, so now we actually have full color and everything. As you can see, the color is much more rich. And I can fix the sound real quick. Just only the startup sound that needs to be fixed. So it's got Windows 95. And look, it turns into like hyperlinks. I mean, you still have to double click things to work it, to open it up, but this thing all animates and stuff. So I'm going to go control panel, sounds, and then I will go down to, and you can see these things highlight blue too, like the little black arrows. Go start Windows. See, it says it's all screwed up, so I'm going to go down to whatever one you want. I like the Microsoft sound because it's original, but there's also the Utopia sounds. So yeah, there you go. There we go. That is how to install Windows Nashville in VirtualBox. I will supply everything in the description, and like this video if it helped you out. Subscribe if you're new, or if you want to be generous or whatever. If you like the content, you want to see more. More videos to come, of course, as always. And being summer, I should have more time to record videos. Although I will be getting a job soon, so that might hinder it. With all that being said, I'm MS-GIL, and thank you for watching. And this is interesting. Hang on. Blah blah blah. See, Athena. Cancel. You can mess around with that on your own. Anyway, I am MS-GIL. I'm gonna end the video here. Bye bye.